Denny Goetz was the head wrestling coach at Columbus High School from 1974 to 1989. As the head coach, he saw great success with teams and individuals, making trips to the state tournament yearly with at least one wrestler. He coached many great Columbus wrestlers, including Joe Gibbons, Bill Tate, Stuart Carter, and Kenny Gallagher.
It was a great place to coach, great time to coach. The kids I worked with were fantastic, well-disciplined, dedicated, hard workers, and a lot of them had some very good talent also. So coaching was a lot of fun.
Goetz believes that some of his greatest memories from coaching are because of the time and place he was coaching.
We weren't just beating somebody in our conference or trying to beat someone in our conference. We weren't even just thinking of somebody in the state. What we were actually wrestling were some of the best kids in the nation.
As a former coach, Goetz knows that wrestling has impacted his life beyond his time as just a coach.
The friendships I've developed, the friends made along the way, and gives you a lot of old good stories to talk about when you see former wrestlers and teammates and things like that. So it's definitely had a positive impact.
J.J. Kreutzinger was a standout wrestler from Columbus High School. He was a four-time state qualifier and a state champion his junior year and holds the school record for most career wins. His interest in wrestling began as a young child.
Improved every single year, and I could see that progression, and that's also another reason why I like wrestling, is because you get out of it what you put in, and I think that's like a huge thing that I like about wrestling.
Kreutzinger knew his family's support was important to him, and that support played a significant role in his success.
I asked my dad one time just to come down there just for support and stuff, and he did, and he just kind of held my sweats, but it still meant a lot to me.
Kreutzinger was a freshman at Columbus when the Sailors brought home their first state wrestling team title. Similar wrestling memories and the friendships he has made throughout his wrestling career will be something he will always carry with him.
Those networks that I've built through the years kind of, I think I'm going to cherish later on in life.
Kreutzinger believes that wrestling can also teach many life lessons.
Be able to persevere through difficult times. I think that can go with coaches, adults, and kids, just every aspect in life. I mean, I think wrestling teaches you more than just on the mat, but I mean, off the mat kind of teaches you how to live life almost. And it's like how you go through these obstacles in life that kind of defines who you are.
Mike Allen was a talented athlete in high school and in college. He participated in both football and wrestling, but he is best known for his 35-year wrestling officiating career. He credits his success to the many people like Bob Siddons and Gene Luttrell who were around to support and encourage him at the start of his career. He also felt that being in Iowa and Waterloo was the perfect starting point.
The mecca of wrestling was right here. And me being the only Afro-American ever to officiate in the state of Iowa brought some messages to the state in regards to who I was.
Allen's officiating style and fairness was quickly known across the state and nation. Besides personally building his career, he became the first African-American to officiate a match at the State of Iowa High School Wrestling Tournament.
That to me was something that I never dreamt about. When I was doing the high schools, I wanted to do a sectional or a district, and then all of a sudden I'm now sitting down at Veterans Auditorium in front of 15,500 people during the state tournament. That to me sent a message to whoever wanted to do it, that you can do it. Because the odds of me making it down there was probably not too well, and I did it.
Allen credits his success in life to the support he received from both his father and mother, who always encouraged him and his siblings, giving him the confidence he needed to be a leader in officiating.
There's never been an Afro-American to do the finals. So that means that on ABC, CBS, wherever they're televising it, that I am the one that people around in 50 states or whatever can see an Afro-American do a national final. So if that young kid wanted to be that person, they could see me in that role.
Allen believes that caring about people and hard work are two things that people need to be successful, and that coaches and teachers can build confidence in young people.
when coaching, you are a teacher. You are a teacher. Teaching, you are coaching. And they go hand in hand.
Willie Gadsden was an inspirational coach to many young athletes. Throughout his life, wrestling played a large role.
Wrestling was his love. It was the thing that he loved most, and it was the thing that made him realize his purpose, his sense of purpose.
Wrestling was a stepping stone for Gadsden that he used in high school and college. He also used wrestling as a way to help young athletes understand that life was more than just wrestling.
Off the mat, what he wanted was for them to still be strong, confident, good people, good citizens.
Accountability was one thing that Gadsden and his wife Danita taught their two sons. It was also something that Gadsden felt was important for his athletes and their families to focus on.
It didn't always appear that he was a team player, but he was, because his team, his purpose was all about the kids. And so it didn't matter that a parent couldn't understand that, because Willie was going to give everything to that kid, everything that he had to that kid.
Students, friends, and family knew that Gadsden valued life and hard work.
He would say something along the lines of, you know, you take each day as it comes, and each day is a new day, another chance to get it right, whatever you didn't do.
Gadsden was known for his persistence and strong work ethic.
I've never known anybody with such passion for something and for such direction and sense of purpose of what they're supposed to be. So those were traits that I admired in my husband.
Matt Dickey began his career in wrestling at a young age along with his brothers. Wrestling brought the Dickey family closer together, and it was something they worked at together to improve their skills.
Before bed, start doing 10 chin-ups, 12 pull-ups, sit-ups and push-ups every night before you go to bed. You know, a lot of people would probably say prayers before they go to bed. Ours would be sit-ups and push-ups and pull-ups.
In order to achieve success in wrestling, Dickey knew he had to continue to work hard. Having his dad as a coach helped to push him towards that success.
And then probably out of my whole family, my main workout partner was probably my dad. I'd go in there and practice in high school. I said, Dad, you know, I'm just not feeling it today. You know, I just don't feel like practicing. And you know, kids have that. I'd already had my workout partner picked out for and I knew I wasn't gonna have a good practice, so I might have picked a kid that wasn't maybe as good, so it'd be an easy practice. And he'd just tell the kid, you know, he's going to be my workout partner today. So he'd rough me up a little bit, and 2.5 hours later, he goes, how was your practice? I said, oh, it's a pretty good one.
Dickey was a 4-time state qualifier for West High School, winning state titles his junior and senior year. Every match Dickey faced was always viewed the same.
My dad always said, win with dignity, lose with dignity, you know, and so but you hate losing.
To Dickey, the discipline he has learned from wrestling has helped him in his professional career also.
Be patient. I started out not doing very good, you know, getting beat 27-12, 25-2, and I just stayed patient, just kind of stayed the course, and things turned around.
Tom Huff was a standout wrestler from West High School and graduated in 1959. Eventually, he went on to compete in freestyle wrestling at the international level. Huff grew up in a family that embraced wrestling.
He is the fourth of 4 boys that wrestled in our family, and he ended up being the best.
Tom, along with his brother Don, were the second pair of brothers in state history to win a championship the same year. Tom then went on to win a state title the following season as well.
One of the things that he would like to emphasize is just the association as a family of wrestlers and brothers being wrestlers, and the support that each of us got from everybody else. I think that was one of the things that I know I felt that, and I know he felt that. He's talked about that as well.
Huff knows that wrestling has helped him achieve career goals and personal achievements throughout his lifetime.
Wrestling is an individual sport, not a team sport, so even though you have teammates and you wrestle for each other, nobody can help you out. And that's the same thing is true in just about anything that you do. You have to prepare yourself and be ready and pretty much get through everything by yourself.